This is new.
I think these musical talents need an industry to produce their music. If it wasn't for them hip-hopping, they'd be out robbing us.
Power 98.3, where hip-hop lives. Welcome to the show, Nutz in the Morning. Special guest on the phone.
His name is Nas. Yo!
What it do, baby?
We can't call it. Now, we say where hip-hop lives. 2 years ago, you said hip-hop is dead. Do you still feel that way?
I feel like hip-hop is dead. That statement there pushed a lot of people to really go harder, man. With Kanye mentioning it in his acceptance speech in the Grammys, with Lil Wayne always saying hip-hop is alive. Everybody's excited to make sure that hip-hop stays alive, and that was my point. And I felt like it did die a couple of times. I felt like it died when Biggie and Pac died. I felt like it died when New York kept battling each other in battle raps, man. But the spirit is alive, and I think there's hope for the future.
What are the biggest beefs in hip-hop from day one that you think?
Man, I gotta say, the Biggie, the West Coast, East Coast, Bad Boy, Death Row, it was pretty ugly for a long time. And then even Death Row against Death Row members, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I mean, when it comes to battling is going to happen. People going to go at it, but it just got to a point, it wasn't helping out those rappers after they won the battles. They wasn't really getting no albums out there, so they got to think beyond the battle.
I'm in my early 20s, and one of the biggest beefs I think of my time has to be you and Jay-Z, and you guys were able to come through that.
Yeah.
Who made that first call to squash that or make a business move?
I got to give the credit to L.A. Reid at Def Jam. He reached out to somebody I know that was real tight with him. They got to talking about me, and L.A. was like, I want him over here at Def Jam, or what's the situation? And I like what L.A. Reid did with all the big artists he has, from Whitney Houston to Usher to Outkast. So it'd be cool because he's at Def Jam now. I said, I'm down, you know. And he was the one that really said, you know, what you guys talk. And we were both like, yeah.
If only Pac and Biggie had did that years ago, boy.
People look at you as like super intelligent, just crazy when it comes to the writing. Is there specific times that you like to write?
Yeah, like I'll take down notes throughout the day sometimes, and then when I get to the studio, it could be something that I've been writing down for months. I work it out once I get in the studio.
Man, that Hero joint is bananas.
Good looking.
Produced by Polo the Don?
Yeah, man.
Hey, how many white men did he have in the studio when he produced that track?
You said white managers?
No,
white women.
Oh, my God. When I played it for him, there was a few scragglers around. For the most part, man, he was pretty much alone, really just getting it done.
Wow, no pink nipples flying around. That surprises me, Nas. That surprises me.
Hey, Nas, now the album's dropping. Why the name change?
One of the reasons was there was a lot of people on my side in the so-called black leadership that was like trying to ban it, threatening lawsuits, and would threaten even the sue the big record store chains that was selling with that word. And I felt like they were starting to grandstand on me and get a lot of public attention against rap music.
Hey, Nas, here's a question. I'm sure you study, you're very intellectual. You've probably studied the word, the N-word. Where does it derive from? Educate us or people listening right now. Where does that word come from?
It's a Latin word that means basically bad. Niger is the word that means bad or whatever. It's a real negative word, Niger. And they named the country in Africa Niger.
Right.
Right.
And then that wasn't enough, so they named another one Nigeria. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And then a Niger River. So they just wanted to name the whole continent of Africa Niger. If they could have, they would have. So instead, they did the country, the old country rednecks of America couldn't say that. They call it nigger. And then they placed that word, a new word on us, and then they developed Negro from that.
Nas, you talk about the black community. You know, even here in Phoenix, I mean, the black community, the ability to organize is amazing. Do you look at it kind of like a double-edged sword? Because you kind of need them because they lend a voice to the black community. But in the same time, like you said, they try to rip you down just because of what you're doing here.
Jesse Jackson, he's been holding us down before I was born. He's been holding it down, so it was nothing that we can say for years and years because I didn't know any better. I thought anytime Jesse stood up, it was in the name of righteousness. There's a young generation that started to develop on their own, and that's us. That's the hip-hop generation, and we didn't necessarily, not to diss the church, but it didn't happen in the church. It happened on the street. We're probably helping each other, helping our comrades more than any one of those reverends, any one of those so-called black leaders and politicians. They're not coming to the hood. They're not even coming to the club. So how they gonna reach us? You know, Lil Wayne and Kanye West speak to the people now.
Right.
Common and Jay-Z and Young Jeezy speak to the people now, whether it's good or bad, whether the language is vulgar or not, and talking about a reality for them.
With that being said, you dropped the N-word mixtape, and you got this song that stuck out to me where the chorus is that sample of Tupac, and he says, even though it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready for a black president. Is that exactly how you feel?
That song there is a quote that we took. The next part of that says, yes, we can change the world, which is, of course, Barack's thing. And when Tupac said those words, I didn't want nobody to forget it. When Greenland played me the track, it was perfect, so his words don't die in vain. His words were so profound that it was no way that this man, Barack, could be running for election and we not listening to words that Tupac said. Again, to remind all those politicians from Barack on down that these rappers that y'all consider crazy and criminal, these guys been thinking profound things, and that was, what, 10 years ago Tupac said that. So yeah, I do feel like America's not ready, but at the same time, it's good for America to have a black president.
Well, real quick, I just wanted to ask, were you invited to Jay's wedding?
Nah.
That's messed up, man.
No, I didn't know about that. I didn't know. That surprised me, too.
Well, brother, we appreciate it. Album drops tomorrow. You've always been good to us as a show, to the station, and to the city of Phoenix. So, again, congratulations, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Thanks, man.